Welcome, everybody, to the Give It Podcast, the podcast for blurs, for nerds. If you have a fandom, you are most certainly welcome here. We are your host, the most, myself, Spartan. Again, show guy Joe. Tafara TV is not with us. He is currently at the Sonic Expo having fun. Definitely check him out at Tafara TV on all social sites, as he is definitely posting and uploading as we speak. And if you are at Sonic Expo, definitely say hi to him. Trust me, he's friendly. He won't bite. But Joe, sir, it is the weekend. How we feeling?
As it says in my thing, I am not yet dead.
And yet every day above ground is a good day. Can't knock that. But as you can see, guys, we are a little bit on the leveled up sides. We do try to watch our language. At the same time, guys, we do show video game and movie trailers that might be too intense for younger viewers. So viewer discretion is advised. Aside from that, welcome. So usually we actually do sometimes start with good news, but I got to start with this one because, well, it's a little weird. And the reason why I say it's a little weird is, okay, the video game awards. No disrespect to Mr. Knightley. He does the best that he can. Considering the fact that he's, doing Summer of Games, the video game awards, trying to bring as much exposure to all gamers, all game developers, programmers, coders, whether they are major studios or indie studios. He's doing his best, okay? But I give Joe credit for this because Joe brought this story up about a very popular streamer, Shroud, who is telling his people, or I should say his followers, to vote for Arc Raiders over Claire Obscure Expedition 33 for Game of the Year. Now, usually I have nothing against influencers. Influencers, much like movie critics, they're either paid to hate something, paid to love something. Either way, their opinion is moot, because we always sit there and say, especially on GetBit, if you like a game, give it a shot. Either you like it or you don't like it, but we don't trounce a game or push a game over, simply put, because we're getting endorsements off of it, because surely we're not. But that being said, Shroud has told his followers, quote unquote, we got to make sure that this game wins Game of the Year. By the way, do not let that Expedition game win Game of the Year. Do not let it. Absolutely do not. We all have to band together to make this game win. Us multiplayer gamers are the minority. Okay, we are the minority being multiplayer gamers, but I believe we can win. I believe. You just need to tell everybody, I've never voted for anything ever, but I'm going to vote this year for this game. So let's explain something here. Arc Raiders, which we'll show the trailer for momentarily, it's only been out a week. A week, maybe a little over a week, it's been out. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and we checked this before the show started. That game has been out since April of this year. So, two things before I throw this to Joe, because number one, I don't understand how a game that is literally a week plus old is somehow being considered for Game of the Year. I don't think that should happen. I don't think it's possible. It shouldn't be a decision. And number two, I don't know what it is about multiplayers, because, again, I think multiplayer, it's okay to have multiplayer. Don't get me wrong. Playing with other people, it's fun. It's cool. But as I get older, I am learning that I like playing with a certain group of people when I play multiplayer. And we all got lives. Some of us have kids. Some of us have responsibilities and things of that nature that kind of keep us from all playing at the same time. So for me, and I can't speak for Joe, but for me, I do like single player. Now, does that mean that those out there in the multiplayer world are saying you are the minority? I don't think you are. Considering the fact that there are so many games out there that cater to you. Three of the biggest games out there cater to you that are shooters. Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Fortnite, all multiplayer-based starting games. And they cater to you hand and foot. Do I think you're the minority? No, I think you're the majority. But again, I don't get the whole idea of saying that, oh, well, we need to vote this as Game of the Year and not let Claire Obscure, which obviously is a single-player RPG, which is very fun, by Sandfall Interactive. me and Joe, I can almost sit there and say we both think that should be in the running for game of the year just because it was a fun game. But telling a whole bunch of people to vote for a brand new, out the box, barely a patch done to it game over a game that has been out and honestly has had nothing but great reviews. I don't think I've ever seen a bad review about Expedition 33 yet. But Joe, I'm gonna throw this to you because I think is this the reason why we keep saying that having certain people, try to influence or try to turn voting or just trying to push something over like this is it just puts us, I mean, number one, it puts a sour taste in my mouth. And number two, when has the multiplayer community ever been the minority?
So I watched a video
Mm-hmm.
and I'm reminded of an old catchphrase from That 70s Show by a wise man of Red Foreman. He's a dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Like, there are single player games that got strapped with multiplayer that had no point of having multiplayer put in last generation. I'm talking PS4.
Yeah.
Last of Us had multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted had multiplayer.
For no reason.
Mass Effect had multiplayer.
For no reason.
For no reason other than that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then multiplayer became live service games. Now, some live service games are fine. I'm sure Arc Raiders will be fine in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens Fireteam Elite, for what it was effectively a multiplayer 3-man extraction shooter.
Mm-hmm.
That was a live service for a bit of time because it did have an active roadmap and season pass.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. Played that. But to say you were in the minority is first fundamentally false.
Right.
2, you're a goddamn liar. 3, you're getting paid or shilling for this game. So, call us, just go #sponsored.
Yeah.
Because if you can't, you're a damn liar. Of course, I don't know this fact that he is or not, but if you're saying that over this and then making a dumbass statement like, we're the minority, go blow it out your ass.
And that's the part I'm getting at. The only thing I can think of is that either A, you have a hand in this in the development of it, or you have a hand in this in the pocketbook and in the wallet. Because why else would you sit there and say something? I'm like, one thing alone. Let's actually give game studios their due. Like,
I play it. Arc Raiders is a very fun game. It really is. But it's not game of the year.
But that's what I'm getting at. It's like I'm still looking forward to playing Arc Raiders myself. I am also saying let's give Sandfall Interactive their due. Just like South of Midnight needs to be given. Like when South of Midnight came out, we gave it its due. Like nobody else was downing South of Midnight when it came out because it was different. It was innovative. The story was great. The soundtrack was great. Controls, okay, little buggy, but we all live with it. We're nitpicking at this point.
Great. I got a better thing. Let me make my own dumbass statement.
All right.
Don't go vote for Arc Raiders, even though they are a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
We can't let that happen. Let's make storytelling video games game of the year because those are the minority.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody go vote for Dispatch.
Yeah, at least that would be different. But to sit there and say multiplayer games are the minority, I'm like, how? Literally, if we look at the list of the top multiplayer games right now, you cannot sit there and say the top 5 games that are being played right now with the highest subscriber counts are all multiplayer games. So you can't sit there and say you're the minority. But it's not profound, like you said. He's a dumbass. However, he's an idiot. But this is what scares me is that with the video game awards coming up, because that's the next thing. Video Games Awards is in December. And I'm afraid that it doesn't take away from it. Whether a studio wins an award for Game of the Year will always be argued. Let's just be honest. Game of the Year awards will always be argued. will always have some controversy, will always have something to it. Don't believe me? Look at the last couple of video game awards, who won Game of the Year. That alone should tell you off the bat that there was a level of discrepancy, if you will. But what I'm getting at here, guys, is please, oh please, do not let one individual who may be in a good spot. Don't get me wrong. We'd all love to have a million plus followers and, you know, get monetization and other things that go along with it. We all would love that. But
I don't want to, because I just don't want to deal with the tax repercussions.
Oh, the taxes will kill. Well, yeah, taxes will kind of kill you. Even in Tennessee, the tax will kill you. But what I'm getting at is, if you have a platform that big, or you are a platform that big, there is a certain level of, damn it, I'm going to go into a Spider-Man quote. With great power does come great responsibility.
No, that's not the quote. It is, with great power must also come great responsibility. He has to learn with his power. He must use it to learn to use it in a responsible manner.
Right.
And he has failed to do so.
Well, that's the thing. Grammatically incorrect comment on my end aside, there, like you said, it does come with a level of responsibility. And he just, like I said, it's one of those things where he thinks he said something smart, but as Joe said it eloquently, he's a dumbass. So hopefully this doesn't really keep you guys from doing that. Let's give all developers their fair due. Vote how you want. We're not telling you how to vote, but vote accordingly. Don't give Game of the Year to a game that's only been out a week.
Let me clarify one thing. Personally, I do not think this man's a dumbass. I think his hot take is a dumbass take.
Okay.
That's just it. Because I'm not going to talk ill of somebody I don't know or can't. He cannot be there to defend himself. But that is a dumbass take.
I mean, I'm gonna call him a dumbass because the fact the minority, multiplayers are the minority. That's dumbass.
Is complete and utter dumbassery.
Yeah, but it's just like, who would say that? That's a whole nother thing.
Who would say there's a man who's getting a paycheck from something?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but it's just that's the part that sticks out in my craw. But anyway, guys, please enjoy Arc Raiders. As Joe said,
by all means, enjoy Arc Raiders. It's super fun.
Yeah, please enjoy Arc Raiders if you want to. Like I said, I plan to. I still go back and play Expedition 33, although right now I'm playing Ghost of Yotai, and that's fun as hell. But yeah, just don't let influencers tell you how to vote. Just vote accordingly how you want to vote, because that's what we should be doing from Jump Street, not just here. But
let me put it to you this way. Remember the last time influencers told us how to vote, and look where we are now.
Ooh, I thought about two occurrences. Because I know one was Call of Duty. What was the other one?
Trump.
Fair point. I'm not going to argue that one. Fair point. But yeah, speaking of Arc Raiders, again, it's out. Before Joe gives his quick impression of it, we actually have the launch trailer for it. So if you don't know what Arc Raiders is, here it is.
Doors are closing in 5.
They said the world above had ended. But endings are only for those who forgot how to begin again. So you learn to listen, to move quietly, think fast. Be ready to change your mind. Up there, the roads are twisted. The rules are gone. But if you are brave enough to wander and seek, who knows what you might find.
Hey, don't shoot!
Hey, look at this. They ain't ducks. Come on, Apollo ain't paying enough for this. That's why I was asking for a minigun.
All right, so that was the launch trailer for Arc Raiders. Again, I haven't played it yet. Joe has. Joe, what did you think after playing Arc Raiders for a little bit?
It's a lot of fun. You get some people that are very friendly for you. You get some people that just will shoot you because they have the better equipment.
Mm-hmm.
You get a chicken who gives you free equipment after every free materials after every meal. Thank God for Scrappy the chicken. Just sits in your little home and gives you free materials. It's a good little chicken. You do get to either take your personal equipment with you, or you can do free loadout, which means if you do die, you do not lose your personal equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm just doing only free loadout, so I don't lose anything. There's really nothing lost, nothing gained if you do go out that way. If you do get to come back, you do gain materials, obviously, but you don't risk any of your personal equipment going out.
Gotcha.
Other than that, no, I've running groups already. Pugs are pretty fun. I got 2 people from the card shop I'm going to be doing stuff with soon, so that'll also be fun. Yeah, it's a good game. I'm having a great time at the moment. I'm playing this. This is just in the rotation of the other 3 games I'm playing right now. So, well, this makes game 4. But, yeah. No, if I want to be social, I'll go play that. If not, I got Digimon, I got Dispatch, and I got Bounty Star. So, I'm having an okay time with it.
So, real quick, how was Bounty Star and how was Dispatch?
Oh, I'm loving Bounty Star. Have not gotten my livestock yet, but I'm now able to grow plants. But slowly unlocking all the weaponry for my battle mech.
Nice.
Dispatch, fantastic. This is probably potentially better than Tales from the Borderlands.
Ooh.
Just make some good fun choices. Just know your team synergy. Get to upgrade the heroes. Get to know the heroes.
Nice.
Some very adult stuff happens in this game. And then next Wednesday is the finale of the game. So we will have the whole story out and people can just go pick it up for cheap. I think it's only like $20-$30 and
that's not bad.
You have all 8 episodes, so you have a nice little 8-hour story. Get to make your choices.
See, I'm gonna have to go back and get that because I definitely want to play that. But cool.
You get a really interesting karaoke version of "I'm a Bitch" in it. I will say this.
I will reserve judgment till I see it. But also the other game we do want to hold off. This game actually came out during our week off. If there's one game I know that will forever get support, it will outdo Windows at this point. Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
I thought we were talking about the fact that Doom 2 is now running on a Chinese satellite in space.
That's new to me. It is?
Or it's either a Chinese or Argentinian satellite. But yeah, some satellite up in space is currently running Doom.
I'm sorry. That's funny. That's funny to me. Just of all the things that a satellite could be running on, Doom was not. That's funny as all get out. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Xenoverse 2 gets support. Why? Because they're getting another update. Because, well, like I said, when it comes to Dragon Ball Xenoverse, they get better support than Windows. Here's the trailer.
悪いけどこのままハッピーエンドじゃ困るんだよね。これが今のオラだ。オラの本気だ。君、結晶の力に飲まれるんじゃなくて適合したのか。
ここは国蔵庫じゃぞ。時の裂け目なんぞできるわけがないわい。
ブロリーは本当は優しいやつなんだ。もうこいつを振り回すのはやめてやってくれ。
奴らが時の巣に侵入しようとしておる。もっと大きなものを手に入れたいのです。例えば宇宙も何もかも超越した全ての歴史とか。
その願い聞き届けた。
あれって私の力とそっくりじゃない。
感じるでしょう、この強大なパワー。新しい神にふさわしいと思いませんか。あなたには地獄よりおぞましい苦痛を与えて差し上げます。
今すぐ叩き潰してやる。お前もフリーザ様の敵か。
今度あんたがいろいろ案内してくれよ。
お前が大変な時は俺を呼んでほしい。
これまでのことでよーく理解したよ。
ヒュー。
僕たちはどうやっても分かり合えないってことかね。大丈夫、殺させはしないよ。たとえ君をどれだけ傷つけたとしても。
And that was the trailer for Future Saga from Xenoverse 2 for Dragon Ball. Like I said, if there was ever a game that consistently gets updates, between this, we talked about Fighters getting an update, and Fighters hadn't had an update in a couple of years. And now Xenoverse 2, which actually Future Saga 3 is actually, Chapter 3 is already out. Actually been out since October for the PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, Steam. Joe, what more can we say to this at this point? Because they're just, I mean, I'm not knocking it for a game that's still getting updates. I guess if you want to know more of the story, you'll
get updates for 8 years.
Say what?
It's been getting updates for 8 years.
I know. But crazy though, isn't it?
Oh, the one thing I can say, this is the closest you are getting to Black Frieza for a while.
Yep.
So
that's true. It is true though, but I just thought about that. Just the whole thing of just Frieza, Brawley from DB Super. Still not knocking it. I'm
not knocking it. I find it hilarious that you get to go around with Dragon Ball's newest couple.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a young husband and wife. That's all those two are.
Pretty much. But I'm not knocking it. I think it's great. Hey, Bama, roll tide. But with that being said, I'm not knocking it. It's a great thing. I'm wondering what Chapter 4 is going to be, because it was all Future Saga, and that was 3. I guess 4 is going to be the one that rounds it out. But
I mean, it would probably have to be fully Black Frieza, that, or they're just going to go and say, oh, by the way, all this was Demigrasse from the last game again.
Yeah, that is true. They could go that route. But we'll see. So with the next trailer we do got, guys, again, this was already coming with Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Just because we saw the Kin Masters trailer, we knew that Chun-Li was going to be showing up eventually. And not to disappoint, but it did. If you haven't seen the trailer for Chun-Li in Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, here it is.
Aw, what's wrong? Did I scare you? Hardly. Now make like a ninja and disappear. Are you ready to find out who the true Queen of Fighters is? Sure. Try not to cry when they give me the crown. Ready? Then show me. Time to show you some real kung fu. I'm ready whenever you're ready. Just say the word and we can hit the bricks. Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
All right, so that was the trailer for Chun-Li's entrance into Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. As you can see, it will be available winter of this year, so possibly late November, early December at this rate. What's your opinions, Joe? Outside of the fan service that they gave us at the very beginning of this trailer.
So the fan service is actually an adaptation of an official art from Capcom versus Street Fight from, let me look. It is. So anyways, I'll find the artwork. We'll get that doing. Yes, she is the first.
Yeah.
Asian woman to be voicing Chun-Li.
Yeah, and she was on the show. Oh yeah, that California Dreams. Oh wow. Then the Peter Ingalls shows on NBC from long ago. I remember that. But no, I mean it looks fun. I need to get
so
back up.
The artwork that we're talking
No, go ahead.
So the artwork is an official piece of art from SNK vs. Capcom Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So that is actually just a long-running picture from that. Justin Wong will never sleep, and it will be installed on his grave somehow, because even in City of the Wolves, they have already recreated Moment 37 from Evo.
Yeah.
That poor man will be bullied until the end of time, and even on his grave. It'll be Justin Wong, loving husband, father, failed Chun-Li player in Evo Moment 37. And then for some reason, there'll be a small video clip on his grave of the incident happening.
It's still funny though that it happened again, but go ahead.
Chun-Li looks as good as Ken does. I think I'm not ever going to say that a 4-button fighter is going to be as more intrusive or more complicated than a 6-button fighter. It just won't. Mm-hmm. But the way they managed to translate both Ken and Chun-Li are nothing short of phenomenal. We've already seen some match play videos. We've seen some. We've already seen all of Chun-Li's story mode. It's very odd in one particular part. I will not spoil it, but one particular thing doesn't make sense. Just continuity-wise, but it is what it is. Other than that, no, I think she looks fantastic. I'm sure she's going to be a ton of fun. It's currently on sale right now for like $23 for the whole game plus season 1.
Yeah, Bama. Just if you get a chance, look up Justin Wong Evo. I forgot what the video is called, but if you look up Justin Wong on Evo, I'm pretty sure
the official SNK YouTube. It's on there.
Oh, there you go. Because that's what we're talking about, because it happened again. Just to save us some time. But also, Chun-Li does round up. Chun-Li, sorry, getting tongue-tied over here. So that does wrap up the season pass 1 of Andy Bogard. Of course, Ken Masters, Joe Higashi, Mr. Big. Of course, Chun-Li wraps up season 1.
No, Mr. Big wraps up season 1.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. He comes out in early 2026. My bad. So once he comes out, that wraps up season 1. That wraps up season 1 of Sea of the Wolves. But yeah, can't complain. I actually like it. I know I haven't played See the Wolves since I had it, only because other games come forward, but I can't wait to get back on it because I do miss competitive playing. See, that's what multiplayer is. Let me shut up because I went right back to the first thing we're talking about. But that also being said, the last trailer we do have, guys, because again, it was kind of a really light news week for new things outside the big thing, which we'll talk about momentarily. But one game I wanted to bring up that looked pretty cool, and I just happened to see on the PlayStation YouTube page. It's called Suri the Seventh Note, and I think it's actually worth taking a look at. So if you haven't seen it, here's a trailer. It will be only for PS5. You can wishlist it right now. And like I said, this is a different indie game. It is more music influence, as you can obviously see. But I think it's cool. I can't lie. It got my attention visually. It looks beautiful. But yeah, this is the... Oh, sorry. Had to mute myself. So yeah, this is the reason why I was there saying more indie games like this. This is actually from a small indie studio themselves. It just looks freaking great. And I'm willing to give it a shot because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be very expensive. This actually might wind up being a somewhere between $5 and $20 to probably get this game. But either way, I want to give it a shot. But Joe, what do you think?
Is this based around Indonesian mythology or something?
I did not go too deep into it, but possibly so.
Oh, okay. I'm just guessing. I mean, it looks fine. It looks like you're polished runner platformer.
Yeah.
Can't see anything really wrong with it.
Oh no, I like it. It's like it reminds me honestly. Oh, it honestly reminds me of Silk Song. I get Silk Song, Will o' the Wisp. I get those types of things from it, but again, that's just me. But let us know what you think in the comments because I'm definitely looking forward to it because I already have that wish listed on my PS5. But I know one thing Joe can tell us about because whenever it comes to Mech Warrior, sir, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Shadow of Kerensky come out 3 months ago?
Shadow of Kerensky is a different game. That is Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries. That is not Mech Warrior Clans.
My apologies.
Yes, it did.
But my apologies.
No, you're good.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, is because Mech Warrior 5 Clans is coming out with a new DLC. What was I forgot. How do we figure out the pronunciation for this?
Decade.
Okay. So Joe, do you want to let people know what this DLC is about?
Okay, so we are pushing more forward into the initial clan invasion of 3050. Honestly, I thought we'd be doing Clan Jade Falcon before we were going to be doing the Wolves, because Wolves is kind of like the finale. So I wonder what they're doing for Clan Jade Falcon. But the grand scheme of things, we are approaching the finale of the initial invasion. So that means Comstar, which is pretty much the telecommunications conglomerate that runs all the communication relays across the entire inner sphere for the known galaxy, has learned that the clans want to invade Earth or Terra. So they are now doing a giant gambit with the clans where everything is on the board and on the table, and the final battlefield for the clan invasion is on Takade. So we will be taking part of Wolves Dragoons, which, if you've played the finale of Clans Generic, the Smoke Jaguar standard campaign, you either join up with them or you fight against them. Specifically, we are going to be going against the granddaughter of the founder of the clans, Natasha Korinsky, and her Black Widow unit.
Okay.
So we're going to be a part of that. That is the basic story. I refuse to go any further on story-wise because it gets really, really fun.
Gotcha.
We get 20 missions, which is mind-blowing to me, with, of course, full cinematics and everything. We get 6 new mechs. We get more upgrades in the mech hub and whatnot. Again, a 20-mission campaign for $20. You can't beat that.
Yeah, it's not bad. And Bama has seen it. Well, you have now been caught up to speed, sir.
Correct.
But no.
I really wish there was already a trailer for it, but I guess we'll get one closer to release.
Possibly so. Since it looks like it actually is coming out December the 4th, so I would assume, so I would assume we're probably going to get something if closer to that or probably near Thanksgiving, I'm guessing. But yeah, like I said, I have MechWarrior 5 Clans. I'm still way back on the base game. I have yet to, like I said, my gaming backlog. I hope to clean it up once I finally get on Christmas vacation. But Joe, I know you've played it. What's been your opinion on MechWarrior 5 Clans and the DLC so far?
Oh, I love it. It's been so much fun.
Yes, it is going
to be. It's going to be on his tombstone. Like someone's going to install a monitor and loop that.
Yep.
Or it's just going to literally be on his tombstone, a picture of Chun-Li versus Ken.
Just having flashbacks.
But that's where it's saying, no, I absolutely love it. It's one of the primary things I stream on the gaming channel. If it's not Digimon, I'm usually streaming MechWarriors, or something with mech stomping robots on it. So that means either Bounty Star, MechWarrior Mercenaries, or MechWarrior Clans. I mean, MechWarrior Mercenaries is fun with the initial clan invasion. We are, for some reason, stuck fighting the Diamond Sharks, of all things, but sure.
Okay.
They were part of the secondary clan forces that came down with the Nova Cats and other things. Yes. Maybe Hell's Horses. But yeah. So no, I'm honestly just surprised we're getting Wolves before Clan Jade Falcon. I wonder what they're doing with Clan Jade Falcon.
Sounds like it's gonna be a lot, honestly.
Well, I mean, it is a lot for the Wolves, but I mean, the Wolves were like the good guys for the clan. Meaning they were not the best people, but they were far less worse than some of the other ones.
Gotcha.
They were more, they had the most agents out in the inner sphere earlier. In fact, all Wolves Dragoons were just wolves. Or from Clan Wolf that just like, no, we're just here. Okay, we'll fight. Clan Jade Falcon. Go watch BattleTech, the animated series on YouTube. You'll see what they're like. They are
as Bama literally says that BattleTech.
MechWarrior is the same thing as BattleTech. It's just different names.
I'm gonna say Bama beat you to it.
Our government is currently Clan Jade Falcon.
Damn.
Of course, I also can't really say that's also true and not true because you also get some Jade Falcon people like Aiden Price, Martha Price, and things. But then you also get people like Star Colonel, what's his name in the Nikolai Malthus. Yes, you get Nikolai Malthus. Again, go watch the BattleTech animated series on YouTube. It's free. It's all there. That's some bullshit.
I'm sure about the fact you just called Jay. You're not wrong. Jesus, you're not wrong. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on before they come looking for us. Super Sentai. Super Sentai series, for all those who did not know this, and I did not know this till Joe had brought this up, is actually lowering the curtain on almost 50 years. However, it is becoming something else, and I don't want to screw this up because Joe has a better explanation of it I do. So with the Super Sentai series, otherwise known as Power Rangers on the US side of things, Joe, what is actually the series becoming?
So we don't officially know what it's being rebranded as. We do know it's going to be rebranded because if they end Super Sentai, they can formally get out of the contract that has both Hasbro and Power Rangers. Meaning, if they can rebrand, and they are going to more than likely, that means that they can internationally stream and internationally release whatever Super Sentai is going to become. Because technically, yes, Super Sentai is ending. Number one Sentai, Gozuger is the last Super Sentai. It's done after that. They are rebranding to something else. They may be called Universe Heroes. We do not know the official titling. Usually Super Sentai drops in January. So we will start learning more things towards the end of the month. And yes, as I just said, it's because of Power Rangers. Because Power Rangers and Hasbro are physically a thing here in America, they cannot distribute Super Sentai the same way they're doing Kamen Rider Zets internationally without express permission from Hasbro and Saban, because they hold those rights. Or the Super Power Rangers and Hasbro. I mean, they can't release DVDs, they can't release toys. They'd have to go through Hasbro approval first.
Yep.
And Super Sentai has not been doing really well in Japan either, because their production is very expensive and their toys and shows and overall revenue is not great. Mostly because they lack a gimmick like Kamen Rider does a lot of the time. Like, they're doing great right now because of the the Gozuger Gauntlet and Ring gimmick. But like, we didn't have a gimmick in King Gozer. We didn't have a gimmick in the last couple of Super Sentai series. Kamen Rider always has a gimmick.
Yep. International copyright laws, they always get you.
So Capsiums. Those are the gimmick this year. Last year we had the little the little candy dudes that hook into the belts and the guns.
Yep.
The year before that, one year we had swords. One year we had stamps. One year we had the Progrise keys from Kamen Rider Hero 1.
Yeah.
We got Lock Fruits from Kamen Rider Gain. We got the belt attachments you can swap and interchange from Kamen Rider Geats.
Yep.
Every Kamen Rider has always had a gimmick. Even Kuga had a gimmick. His gimmick was the form change stuff. Agito was the form change stuff. We had cards with Ryuki. Fives, we had cell phones. Blade, we had cards.
You're not wrong with that.
Musical instruments.
Although I would say copyright from Japan is probably stronger than American copyrights, but
I mean, it's the fact that it's not so much copyright; it's that they are just legally contracted. They can't do anything in America without now currently Hasbro's permission. So it's not really copyright infringement; it's contractual obligation prevents them from releasing internationally.
That's fair. America, well,
no, not really.
Not really.
Well, we did get Super Mega Force, so you're not wrong.
I mean, we did get Tattoo Teenage Alien Fires from Beverly Hills.
That'll always come up on the show.
It'll all. I mean, that he did say he does have some merit in that point, and
that was also, to be fair, that was not an adaptation. That was a wholly original project.
That should never seen the light of day.
Even Mystic Knights of Tyrann and Og is an original project.
True, but
like Big Bad Beetleborgs, VR Troopers, and Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Those are all adaptations.
But I'll still watch Knights of Tyranno before I watch that. I will still watch that. I'm sorry, but
and your one black guy will still have a white guy action figure.
Oh, you know what? No, wait. What could have been better, Bama? Hang on a second. What could have been better? You're gonna need to specify that because I hope you're not talking about the Beverly Hills one. There was no saving that. There really wasn't. But either way, Super Sentai isn't really going anywhere. It's just being rebranded. So I'll let you go from there. However, moving on in video game news, let's just be honest. Yes, that's not going to help us. That's not helping us, Bama. So moving on, guys, because this also came out from Rockstar. Are we really surprised at this moment? GTA.
Can we just play that clip from Futurama of I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Not that shocked.
Not at all. Because for all those that don't know or you've been under a rock, we've said many of GTA 6 jokes here on this podcast, myself, Tafari, and Joe. And the reason why we tell these jokes is because, again, announced as of today, Rockstar Games pushes back GTA 6 another 6 months. Now scheduled to arrive. It was supposed to be May of next year. Now will arrive on November of this next year.
Even Cyberpunk made a self-deprecating joke at this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll get a
tweet that said Cyberpunk will not have any further delays.
Right. And the sequel to let's be honest. The sequel to Cyberpunk will be out faster than GTA 6.
Now, Kingdom Hearts 4 with all of its DLC will be out faster than GTA 6.
I got a point for Kingdom Hearts 4, but I'm gonna get to that momentarily. But yes, Rockstar did sit there and say that they are pushing back GTA 6. The reason for it was because they believed that some management from Rockstar North was leaking information about the game to the point to where there was a protest because those same individuals were released from Rockstar. Now, this is also from these, and for all those that don't know, these are the people that are protesting outside of Rockstar and Take-Two North offices that believe that their jobs were removed because upper management believed that they were leaks among the company. Now, let's be honest, Rockstar and Take-Two, you guys. Now, again, I can't speak for anything being leaked because if you really want to be honest, nobody knows anything about GTA 6 outside of that cinematic 5-minute thing that was shown at Summer of Games that feels like forever and a day ago, when really it was just a matter of months. We haven't seen gameplay. We haven't seen a trailer. I mean, we saw a trailer, I guess you can call it that. We haven't seen any gameplay. We haven't heard any updates. But you're blaming the fact of delays to GTA 6 was that somebody you believe was leaking company secrets. No. What happened, Rockstar, is that I think you guys are learning that one of your most popular IPs, even to the point to where it was Grand Theft Online and it was doing great, you couldn't follow up with it. And now GTA 6 is becoming a joke in its own. And dang it, Bama, you beat me to it. We are getting Coyote versus Acme before GTA 6. Again, a movie that honestly wasn't going to see the light of day, but thanks to some wheeling and dealing over at Warner Brothers, that movie is out of the vault. Batgirl should be next, by the way. And we're finally going to be able to see it. But let's think about this for a second, folks. We are getting to see GTA. We're getting to see Coyote versus Acme before GTA 6. We might get the Cyberpunk sequel and the next Netrunners anime series before GTA 6. We might get a Zelda game before We might
get a Duke Nukem game before it.
We'll get a Star Fox game before we get GTA 6.
Although that doesn't sound as fun as you think, because it's just going to be another remake of Star Fox 1.
But you know what? Me and Tafara had that discussion. If you're going to do a Star Fox game, Andros does not have to be the end boss. We can be different now. Just saying.
Andros Jr.
Oh, God, no. But somebody different. I mean, come on, guys. For all those, we do want another Star Fox game. I know I do. Tafara does. Joe does. I think we can all unanimously say we would love another Star Fox game. But let's be original, folks. That's all we're asking. But all of this to sit there and say, you will see all this before you see a GTA 6. You really will. Even more so, I know I joked about Kingdom Hearts. And again, Tafara's not here. He is our resident fan, and he makes the jokes on himself. But Haley Joe Osment, who is the voice of Sora in Kingdom Hearts, posted this on their Instagram, and I'm trying. Lord knows I'm trying. I'm not trying to be that guy, but Haley Joe Osment posted this sign that says recording and saying, "Getting back to work." Now, everybody under the sun, and I hate this for Kingdom Hearts fans. I hate this for you guys, because this little bit of news that went out, immediately thinking, are we going to get Kingdom Hearts 4? Is Kingdom Hearts 4 finally happening? Even Tafari on Tafari TV, he made a joke about this and says, y'all will forever mess with us. And I'm going to be honest with you, Kingdom Hearts 4 fans, I hope you do get it. I think you're going to get it before you get GTA 6. What do you say, Bama? Duke Nukem deserves another chance. Where else can it go? Duke Nukem was like Serious Sam. Where more can you go with that after Duke Nukem Forever? But I digress.
We're not in the same comedic space we were when he was popular, so probably not.
But getting back to Kingdom Hearts 4, if it is Kingdom Hearts 4, the guys, I'll be more than excited for y'all. But again, look at the bright side, Kingdom Hearts 4 fans. You'll get that game faster than you'll get GTA 6. That is all I'm saying. But speaking of Cyberpunk, because again, it just seems like everything is lining up. And Joe has played Cyberpunk 2077. I've played Cyberpunk 2077. We've done multiple runs on both ends.
I live in Night City.
Yeah, pretty much. So again, and keep in mind, Cyberpunk 2077 is still getting updates, still getting more missions, still getting more customizations, things of that nature. Still happening if you don't know. But the reason why I bring this up is the creator of Cyberpunk, because Keanu Reeves was asked in a podcast, if you were given the chance to reprise your role as Johnny Silverhand, would you come back? He said, absolutely. To where the creator of the Cyberpunk franchise, Mike Pondsmith, says, hey, call me. We got to talk. We can talk. So this is going to go into spoiler territory, guys. We are getting another Cyberpunk game, Bama. It's in development. But this isn't going to spoiler territory. If you have not played Cyberpunk 2077, you might want to plug your ears, because what I'm about to ask you, Joe, because you've played 2077. You've seen every ending that's out there. Now, it's a mighty big if, we are not saying that CD Projekt Red may consider putting Silverhand in or giving a cameo. But in your opinion, and you've seen the endings, do you think it's possible that we might see Silverhand reappear? And if so, can they do it tastefully?
Oh, absolutely. There's multiple avenues depending on what they believe to be the canon ending. Okay, so let's say, I'm trying to remember how it went, because All Along the Watchtower was V's ending. Never Fade Away was Johnny's ending, where he basically took over the body and got on the bus and left. There's that. There's the space ending where Johnny becomes a AI behind the black wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one. There's the one where the NSAA says they removed Johnny, or they purged Johnny from your system. They never said what happened with him.
Right. So the Phantom Liberty ending.
There's that. There's Johnny just controlling V. There's you going off with Johnny and Pan Am and the other girl when you chose the Avocados ending.
Yeah.
So there's multiple avenues for him to come back. He is not like it almost in no way is he like 100% gone.
Yeah. So that's what I'm getting at though, is just that if they did decide to, I'm with you. There are multiple avenues to bring Silverhand back. But I also wish that we got to see a pre-Silverhand. Like, I'm not saying make this a game, but Silverhand, for all those that don't know, he was military corpo, working for the corpo in the game before he, had his rock star moment. I always thought that a perfect DLC would have been to play a Silverhand as he was military, because I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that whole transformation into him becoming Silverhand from there, before he became a Night City legend. I think that would be great, but I'm not knocking this idea of if they want to bring him in. I would prefer it would kind of be a cameo, because again, this next Cyberpunk game is going to be around a brand new character, which I can only assume that this character may or may not have similar friends like V does, especially with the Ripper docs, and certain people. I mean, I can understand certain fixers he still might run into, because again, Night City is an established city. But yeah, I am not against seeing Silverhand in some capacity in the next Cyberpunk game. What do you say, Bama? They should bring him and Alex Winters and play Bill and Ted. It would be interesting, because the crazy part is Alex Winters is a great voice actor. I could see him actually being something involved in this game if CD Projekt Red does that. But right now, CD Projekt Red is kind of working on Cyberpunk sequel. They're working on the next Witcher game. That's actually going to be following Siri, which I can't wait to play that. So yeah, CD Projekt Red has at least got two major IPs on their hands. But now with Silverhand wanting to be, not Silverhand, with Keanu Reeves wanting to be reprise his role as Silverhand in the next Cyberpunk sequel, I'm not against it. I actually thought it would be a great idea. But again, that's just me. But the last bit of news that we have before we get into our TV reviews and anime reviews. See, I'll put it this way. I love Lego sets. I do. And I know one day, like, if I ever see this, and this is how me and impulse decisions go, because Joe used to sit there. He used to be a bit of an impulse buyer himself, but I can't knock him for this, because I will wind up doing the same thing. For all of those who don't know, I'm a Trekkie. Joe's a Trekkie. I saw this, that Star Trek Enterprise has a deal with Legos to where there is a Star Trek Enterprise set. That Star Trek Enterprise set is $400. I have no shame in saying that I will pay it to get that Lego set. Now, for all those that don't see it, this is actually a Lego set here that does come with the TNG crew, of course, as you can see right there, even Spot the Cat, along with Data, Picard, Riker, Guinan, Beverly Crusher, Wesley Crusher, Deanna Troi, of course, Lieutenant Worf, and Jory LaForge. So, of course, Riker would not be without Riker without his trombone. But here's the thing I'm saying, guys. At $400, I know a lot of people in this day and age. Yeah, Bama, that's the Enterprise D. So yes, sir, that is the Enterprise D. But $400, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, and again, because I'm a Star Trek fan, I'm a little bit biased. I would get it. But Joe, what about you?
Oh God, no.
Okay, that's fair. Like I said, I'm biased because I see Star Trek, I see Lego sets. That's how you get the money out of me. But your opinions on it. But as far as the design and how they got it.
Oh no, it looks fantastic. I'm not spending $400 on Legos. No, I'm not ever going to spend money on Legos. I'm not a Lego person.
No, fair stuff. Chucky Girl. What's Chucky Girl, Bam? You gotta explain that one. But no,
I think he means Chunky Girl.
Chunky
That
Girl.
is a chunky looking Enterprise.
I mean, well, for Lego form, she is a Constitution class ship. So I mean, I'm not knocking it. And it's Lego, so it's gonna be a little bit blocky. And you know, Enterprise D is a heavy girl. Come on, Bama. and she is a big girl, but you know, she's supposed to be. But no, I can see your point. Like I said, if it was any other set, but then again, I'm also the guy that will get a. I can't. I keep on saying that because I keep on telling myself that I love the Lego Technics sets. I love their Batman sets, their Star Wars, especially their Black Falcon. Like my son has the Millennium Black Falcon, and I am jealous as all get out because I want one for myself. But no, it's going to be available pretty soon. I want to say if not already. So I'm trying to think when it'll be. Oh, okay, my bad. I need to read a little bit more. So it's actually going to be available right after Thanksgiving, November 28th. So I'm not going to lie, guys. I want one. I really do. I was so glad to see her come back. Thanks, Joe. Oh yeah. You watched Star Trek Picard. That's why you're saying that. So you must have watched the final season. For all those that don't know, in the final season of Star Trek Picard, Joy LaForge actually rebuilds the Enterprise D back, and Lieutenant Worf has some nitpicking. But either way, if you haven't seen Star Trek Picard the final season, highly recommend that you do. Still, overall, great show. But yes, I get where Joe is coming from on that. You know, $400 is a lot to spend on a Lego set, but like I said, I'm biased.
I have a Lego set, or not a Lego set. I have a set from the Blue Brick company that owned the license before Lego, so I got my Defiance. At some point, I'll build it, but I live in an apartment with limited space, so right now it just sits in a nice box.
No, understandable. Ooh, the Defiant. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go down my own Trekkie rabbit hole. But that being said, we are gonna move to television reviews. I know for me, Kamen Rider Zets. I finally caught up on that. So the big bad actually has Nim, and as Joe pointed out, or I should say, called it, that she does have the ability as far as the butterflies and the use of the dream world, and that it is leading to something. Of course, the latest episode was basically about a cook, and I guess the cook was having fear that he might screw up a 100-year-old recipe. Is that right?
That or he has poisoned somebody.
Yeah. Which I thought was interesting because, in fact, I was like, okay, so the person dreaming was actually the cook, and the cook was like, no, I can't die until this is perfected. But also the ability that he's actually getting more of the, shoot, I forgot what they're called.
Capsium.
Thank you. That he's actually getting more of those now, which I think is interesting. But I mean, overall, it's a great show. I need to see that. I can't wait for him to actually use the scythe. He's been kind of good.
He doesn't get the scythe. The scythe is purple. Green is the axe.
No, I know you holding the axe. I'm talking about actually him using the scythe in the show, because that's what I want to see. I want to see him actually use the scythe in the show because he does. He has got the flying down, and he's actually got the multiplier, which I thought that was pretty cool. But it's funny that they're still running the gag about his motorcycle superior and the fact that he's the only one that can talk to it. Outside of that one girl who just happened to be there, and he actually talked to her.
No, Rem is now like part of the agency, but she's part of the agency. No, it's not anime. It's live action.
It's live action, Bama. But go ahead.
No, Rem is now officially part of the agency. She's just part of the dream world factor of it.
Okay, so that's the reason why he was talking to her. Because I was like, for the longest time, he wasn't really talking to anybody but him. He had to act like the jumping jack thing still kills me as the team's just sitting there. But no, I see where they're going with this. That the big bad at this one is probably going to wind up being the other rider. But what's your thoughts on that, Joe?
No, that's not uncommon. Usually we will have a secondary rider, which will either be a rival or an antagonist until another more powerful big bad shows up, and then he'll become a good guy, or he'll be defeated, and his powers will go to somebody else. We're already getting talks about a third rider who's female, possibly the actress who played the Violet Ranger in King Goger.
Mm-hmm.
Rita, who was a lot of fun, and the first non-binary Ranger.
Okay.
Because she had to be so impartial. Even her gender had to be impartial. Because she was the Judge King. So there was that. But actress, there's also talk about her weapon of choice is maybe a minigun.
Nice.
Or a Gatling gun.
Mm-hmm.
So, we don't know yet. Those are all just rumors at the moment. But yeah, that like I said, that's not uncommon. For like example, Ghost, the tertiary rider was at first the rival, Kamen Rider Necrom, and then he became a good guy.
Gotcha. But either way, if you haven't seen it, guys, there's multiple ways to watch Kamen Rider Zets. And I do say multiple because they want out. Because what was the joke? What was the joke, sir? That as long as it's out of Japan, everybody else can watch it.
Oh yeah.
Like when I kid you not, you can literally go on. Like I want to say, I go on YouTube and watch it from the actual website. But
they should give Kamen Rider another American adaptation. We got Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Yeah. Why do we need an adaptation now that we can stream it legally?
Because again, as long as you're not in Japan, it is dubbed. It is dubbed. Bama, I promise I will send you exactly where the link is to where you can watch it. It really is dubbed. It is dubbed to where you can watch it. Because Zets is the first simulcasted one, if I'm right, Joe. Am I right? That one's the first simulcasted one. You can actually see it dubbed. So yeah, you can definitely watch it dubbed. Trust me. But yeah, if you haven't seen it,
the dubs are released yet, but they are dubbing it.
Yeah, they are. So, but yeah, I'll definitely see the link, Bama, because you should really watch it. Outside of that, Joe, any anime reviews you want to go over?
I mean, the same ones we're all watching together.
Because the only thing I got, because I'm gonna hold off on My Hero because I know me, Tafara, and you have seen it, and I know he's gonna have an opinion about that just because of the last 2 episodes. So I'm gonna hold off on that one. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. Jesus. You know what? I'm not mad. I
thought you would be mad that Grandma got killed.
Let me highly stress this. Kojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. Please don't let your kids watch it. It is not for children. It's not
bad. It's just like fan servicey as hell.
It's not for children. If you're an adult, you're fine. But don't let your kids watch it. It's good. Let me stress this very heavily. It's good. Don't let your kids watch it because my God. I mean, and as to Joe's point, it is a little bit fan servicey, but overall, I like the fact that where the story is going. The fact that, again, I don't want to go too much into it because, again, I highly recommend however you want to watch it. You really should watch it. It's just that fun. But yeah, I just highly recommend that you watch it. May I ask for one final thing? Please, oh God, watch that show. If you ever just okay. The title is misleading, but trust me, if you ever want to see a girl with hands just feel the need to roll up on everybody and does so in punishing succession, watch that. I'll leave it at that. One Punch Man is finally kicking back up. I'm glad. Apothecary Diaries. I watched the first episode. I'm gonna still keep watching it because because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't watch it first along with Joe and Tafari and Lady Mandalore. I did watch it before I did my stream. I watched the first episode. I'm like, okay, there may be something to this, and I plan to go back and continue watching after that. But yeah, I'm gonna give Apothecary Diaries a shot, and give my opinion from there. But outside of that, and Gachi Akuda, again, it's really good. It is. The animation is almost Demon Slayer level. I'll put it that way. But yeah, beyond that, that's the only updates I have for anime. Joe, unless you wanted to add something else to it.
We're definitely you're not watching Digimon?
Shite. I did not watch the latest episode of Beat Break. I did not watch the latest episode yet.
Okay.
I am following. Like I said,
it comes out tomorrow night, so we're only on episode 5.
Oh, dude, I got past 2. No, that's a lie. I'm halfway through episode 2. That lets you know how far back I am. But I plan to catch up on that. Especially with the fact that I got a sneaking suspicion about that one Digimon, but no, I'll get back on Beat Break and I'll catch up on that one. But what else you got?
What else am I watching? Because I'm on episode 15 of Apothecary Diaries.
Oh, and Bama said, and Joe, I watched Dress Me Up, Darling. Well, what'd you think? What'd you think? But go ahead, Joe.
I'm on episode 15 of Apothecary Diaries. That's going okay. What else am I watching? Because Campfire Cooking in Another World, My Absurd Skill, that's still fantastic.
I got to add that to the list. Jesus, I'm not going to have
Well,
all
I mean,
this.
it also just teaches you to cook. All you do is you just swap out the appropriate meat.
Oh, he said so far only watched the first episode.
That's
Okay,
not
well,
watching.
what'd you think? Still want to know your opinion, Bama. But what are you saying? What are you gonna say, Joe?
What are some other things I'm watching? The newest thing for medieval animes, kicking your support magician out of the parties and then learning, oh, we weren't shit without them. That's a new thing. That's a new genre. So I'm watching the newest version of that called Banished Court Magician Aims to be the Strongest. That's not too bad.
These name titles are killing me. The main guy creeps me out. Okay.
In what? Oh, the main guy creeps you out?
Yeah. And I think
that's kind of why he has social anxiety. Is people don't understand that he comes from a family, and that's his family's job.
Yeah, he said that man. I think he's talking about dress me up, darling. Where he says, the main guy creeps me out.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's kind of a thing because he's socially awkward because of the doll stuff. But I mean, he's becoming a master in the family craft. That's not uncommon.
Fair enough. I'm gonna have to give that. I'm gonna have to give that a watch too. He had a doll hand. A doll hand.
Yeah, his family makes traditional Japanese dolls.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he's learning he's doing an apprenticeship under his grandfather, who's a master crafter.
Ah.
The whole series is more about him learning to become more socially adjusted and slice of life as the two main characters are slowly going to become a couple.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll learn something today. But outside that, any more reviews?
No, I mean, I'm also still watching Cinderella Grey.
How's that?
I'm surprised a lot of people aren't gooning over Michelle My Baby at this point. It's just the rabbit chick from My Hero, just as Horse Girl.
Ah, so another what they call those? Another object of affection?
No, black woman as an anime character.
Gotcha. Okay, so pretty much make the stallion in order she cosplays. But I mean that's pretty much the go-to for this.
No,
point.
You can just Google Michelle My Baby. It's not going to come up anything appropriate.
I give it a shot. Let's see.
I mean, it may actually give you the real horse.
Oh, that's not bad. No, that's not bad at all. So that's not bad. Although the fascination with horses, though. Just the fascination with horse tails, that's almost going into furry territory. But I'm not again. I mean, like I said, to each their own. But outside of that, Joe, what else you got?
No, that's really it. I mean, other TV shows, I don't know if you're still watching it. I'm watching Boston Blue.
I watched the first episode. I'm hooked. You know what?
Well, if you're hooked, why aren't we talking about the third episode?
Sir, I got kids. Because I got kids. That's why.
And you think you're going to get caught up on your backlog?
Yeah,
during Christmas break with kids?
Eventually. Oh, well, the easy with the kids because all they're going to tell me is what they want for Christmas. All I got to do is order it. That's the easy part. But no, I'm going to get caught up. Boston Blue again, another show. Donnie Wahlberg is always going to be a cop playing somewhere. And then Sonia Green, who actually was on Discovery, was on The Walking Dead. Now she's on a new show. No, seriously, give it a shot. Plus, what's his face is the preacher on the show. What's his name?
Hudson?
Thank you. He's on the show as well.
He's also technically grandpa.
Yeah. So Bama, I would say this, Bama, didn't watch their Blue Bloods.
You don't really need to watch Boston Blue because it's not really about Donnie Wahlberg's character. It's more about the new characters.
Yeah. So it's not bad, but I say still give it a shot. Just watch one episode, Bama, and see what you think. But But yeah, outside of my growing backlog on everything, I think we can move on to comics now because there's some issues I definitely want to talk about. But before we do get into comics, we always do want to shout out Rick's Comic City, Nashville's #1 place to go to for comics, for mangas, for Funko Pops, anything nerd and blur related, you can find it there. 2 locations, Nashville, Tennessee, and Clarksville, Tennessee. Of course, rickscomiccity.com. You can definitely shop on there if you would like. But definitely check them out. You usually see our mugs on their television stations because they show our show there. So we always want to show them love because they show us love. If you are not in the Middle Tennessee area, guys, please support your local comic book stores, support your local libraries, support your local bookstores, support the indies, whether they're artists, whether they're writers or things of that nature, guys. Please support them because right now they need us. At the same time, go to your local libraries. Keep those things going because you will miss them when they are definitely gone. I see, Joe, that you do have it up, sir. So whenever you're ready.
So this breaks one of my core rules on this stuff is we are very Batman heavy in DC, but I do want to check in every so often because we are looking at Batman 3. This is written by Matt Fraction with art by Jorge Jimenez and colors by Timu Mori. We just checking on some things going on. Vandal Savage is trying to frame Batman. Batman is currently dealing with the Riddler, who once again, his obsessive compulsiveness is leading him down a bad path. We also get some humorous stuff of the day in the life of Bruce Wayne dealing with his kids. And Ghost Alfred is also there, which is hilarious. My favorite is that page that's being shared around right now where he's sparring with Damian and Damian just kicks him in the dick and he asks Ghost Alfred's like, did I ever do that to you? And Alfred's like, physically, no. Mentally, many times, sir.
It was good. It was a good issue. I'm not gonna lie. To see a OCD Riddler just can't stop giving riddles, and Batman the whole entire time is answering every one of them. He's like, I can't stop. I can't. Just make it stop.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Last week we had Absolute Batman Annual #1 come out. We're only looking at this because Danny Warren Johnson did the first story and artwork, and it goes up against the Klan. That's really what this is.
Pretty much.
There's also a second part where it's about the Black Skull, but that was just it. Like, you're just in this to look at Danny Warren Johnson, Batman doing one-winged angel on some dude.
He made Kenny Omega proud.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kenny Omega even tweeted about it.
Yeah.
No, but it's Batman versus the Klan.
But it was definitely fun.
And then we got Night Fight, which is a DCKO tie-in, which pretty much says, like, here's what Batman's doing during DCKO. Because he was, like, one of the first people to get taken out. Apparently he's in a alternate future, potentially alternate universe.
Yeah.
Where he's been gone for 15 years. Dick is Batman, and there's, like, an army of Robins.
The only thing I'm mad about is the title. You could have literally said Die Another Day and it would have been fine. That would have been perfect. Die to Fight Another Day? I'm like, come on.
I mean, you got to deal with copyright infringement on that one, or copyright on that one.
I'm pretty sure the Bond, who owns James Bond?
Well, because remember, there's also the other movie Die Another Day.
I know it's James Bond related. And I think that franchise is owned by MGM, which means it's under Paramount, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Either way, the title was there, but I'm nitpicking. It was still a good issue. The fact that I do agree with you that, from where he wound up, it is definitely a different Earth. And it's interesting that dang it, let me not say that I'm going too much in the story. Where he winds up and who he runs into, it's just interesting that they went that route, and yet the end still is mystifying as well. And I have to say it that way because any details will spoil the whole thing.
Going back to this Batman, we also get to see him use the stealth suit, which is just the pre-Batman Beyond suit.
Yeah. Which I thought was pretty cool.
The suit he used in the beginning of Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Which is still the Batman Beyond suit, just framed differently because it's Bruce, not Terry.
Right. But still, but good.
No, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
these were all fine issues. Again, very Batman heavy, which is very unusual because I just don't read Batman. But it's okay to check in every now and then.
Oh yeah.
Moving over to Marvel, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 15. Pete gets into some sort of shenanigan because of Rocket, and we learn that his suit is technically the same species as Warlock from the New Mutants, a techno-organic being
Yep.
named Glitch, who may or may not be one of Warlock's siblings. Or somebody that tried to defy the Magus, who is Warlock's father.
Oh, thank you, Bama. So Amazon owns it. Thank you for that. And really, Batman isn't over. Well, yeah, I can't argue that. He is overused. And does he have a Klingon sword? Now
Yes, he has a bat split.
Yeah. Now, I will say this about Amazing Spider-Man. Is it becoming, are you, and again, I'm asking you, Joe, because I know you read this. Are you getting Guardians of the Galaxy vibes from this?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, I'm not the only one. Okay, cool. I'm not against it, but I was like, the way it's being written with him and Rocket, it's like,
he makes it like one Peter to another doesn't bother me.
Right, which I thought was funny that he actually pointed that out. But no, this was a good issue as well to find out that the suit was still alive and that he was like, I would rather just reboot it and deal with it. And at the same time, it's just interesting. And Morlund's like, you could die. I mean, I'll just experiment on you again. But it was interesting. I will say that they are kind of leading with this for right now with, Peter being in space while Ben and Norman, I guess, run Peter's. I'm sorry. Yeah. Ben and Norman runs Peter's day-to-day in the other Spider-Man line. But yeah, this was a good issue as well. Yep. Spider-Man always needs a break. Bama.
Speaking of Spider-Man that don't catch a break, Miles number 40. That poor child.
Jesus. Why is every person that dons the Spider-Man suit always going to wind up needing PTSD, especially Miles in his case? But go ahead.
Yeah, Miles number 40. He is written by Cody Ziegler, art by Marco Renna, and colors by Brian Valencia. We get the return of the Maker. Maker's techno assistant becomes a physical being, and Miles does not like that. But now we're going to have to be frenemies because we got a bigger threat.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Miles just can't ever catch a break.
Or at least get back MJ. No, MJ was his problem. But no, yeah, Miles does have. It's funny that Miles and his nemesis now have to battle something. It's just weird that, where they wound up and that the person, I can't say it without actually spoiling it. But do you ever feel like that person they both talk to feels more like a referee than anything else?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm not the only one. Good. But no, it was a good issue, though. Again, Miles just seems to be getting into one thing after another. First, it was a battle between gods, literally. Then it was the African diaspora. Now it's a battle between gods. And now you have this issue. That's like, can Miles, again, I don't know what it is about people that write for Spider-Man. Could you give the guy a simple break? Just one. It's not that hard.
And now he's also going to be focus of the upcoming big Marvel event because he bought home those boxes that contain the Maker technology.
Yep. That's going to be interesting. But no, still a good issue.
Yep. Emma Frost, number 5. This is written by Amy Chu, art by Andre DeVito, and colors by Antonia Fabula. This is the finale. We get to see who the true traitor to the Hellfire Club is. We get to see Emma handle all her business and maintain her status quo. I liked it, but again, as always, we will say this up front, I am biased. She is one of my favorite X-Men characters. I found this story very fun. It's a good look into some parts of Emma's life. Certain characters we see move back and forth between alliances. Mm-hmm. Just an good 90s style Hellfire Club story.
Yeah, I will say this, although Emma Frost isn't my favorite of the lineup, still highly recommend to read it. Again, if you never read Emma Frost, you won't know if you're a fan or not, so definitely give it a shot. it was a nice wrap up to her story. I will say that, but like I said, don't knock until you try it. At least read one issue and then make up your mind from there.
Yep. Moving on over to Black Cat, number 3. This is written by G. Willow Wilson, art by Gleb Milkanov, and colors by Brian Reber. Felicia's just out and about trying to be a superhero while dealing with social media. Every time she gets involved in a case, another superhero just shows up and says, like, this isn't you. You don't need to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Even J. Jonah Jameson is like, yeah, call me when you actually solve a case.
Right. That was still a shot. J. Jonah Jameson. J. Jonah Jameson being the voice of reason is still funny to me.
But she's trying her best.
Yeah. Although Sandman, though, that was a surprise. And then the person at the end, which is it me or are they forcing him?
They really want to force that on us. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like some like agreement or somebody in higher C is like, I really like him.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. Cool. I wasn't the only one that saw that. I'm like, really? Again? But okay, thank you, Joe, for just affirming everything that I thought. So good. I'm not the only one that thought that. I thought I was crazy.
Nah. Moving over, Imperial number 4. This is the finale for Imperial, the series, but the storyline is still going to be moving forward in several other books.
Mm-hmm.
This is written by Jonathan Hickman with art by Eben Coolio and Federico Vincentini, with Federico Blee doing colors. Everything is settled. Not everybody gets what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just not friends anymore. And somewhere out there, Maximus the Mad is very proud of his brother.
I get what they were trying to do. Do not get me wrong. All I gotta say is, for one friendship, was it worth it to continue the story that way? Because they were both. Because I'll put it this way: they were both on the same page up until the end, and then Star-Lord makes a decision, and somebody's not happy about it, and then we get a split.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, galactic stability outweighs what they have found out, is what he believes justifies the reason why they're not going through with what they did, what their plan was.
True. That's why I was like, it's an interesting ending. It's an interesting conclusion to an ongoing story. Yes. I'll put it that way. I thought it would go a completely different way, but it's still worth reading because like Joe said, this kind of branches off into other stories. Although She-Hulk would really like to go home. I'll leave it at that.
She is getting her own book over there. She is getting a Planet She-Hulk book for a little bit, I believe.
Yeah, Planet She-Hulk, yeah.
Moving on. Over in the indie lands, we got G.I. Joe number 13, written by Joshua Williamson, art by Tom Riley, colors by Jordi Belair, letters by Russ Wooten. Destro betrays Cobra Commander, and for some reason Duke is there. But we're going to start the Dreadnought War because the Dreadnoughts have a bone to pick with Cobra Commander, who for some reason in this thing is holding a rifle from Halo.
I know. It's weird. At the same time, I was going to go straight from Firefly and say, curse your inevitable eventual betrayal. Just
curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Although I love the fact, again, that this was probably the one, since it's kind of interesting that they're going away from Transformers in this one and sticking with the Dreadnought War. But again, it's understandable because if you've been following G.I. Joe, especially Cobra's storyline, you'll see what the Dreadnoughts actually have a legitimate beef with Cobra Commander.
Oh, they do.
And of course, Duke just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now you have, bitter enemies that have to be rivals because they're being outgunned and chased by Ripper and the Dreadnoughts. While Destro sits all nice and comfy as if he's just not Starscream by a different name. But still a good issue. Still highly recommend reading it. Now, they deserve another movie and setting in the 80s. With G.I. Joe, yeah, I can see that. I mean, G.I. Joe could have, I mean, if you believe Hasbro the way they tell it, we are getting a Transformers G.I. Joe movie by the way they tell it. Now, when is it going to happen? That's a whole nother, situation. But supposedly we're supposed to get that movie. But overall with this issue, like I said, it was fun. I can't knock it. But Joe, your opinion?
Oh, I really, really enjoyed it. It was fun. I think Transformers will pop up somewhere. They have to at this point.
Because it's starting to get more and more. It's starting to get more and more apparent about Energon and just the fact of them finding it. And of course, old boy just wants to go. He doesn't want to go home. He wants to die. He's like, "You're gonna kill me now? Why? You're too much fun." It's like, dang, I could have created Energon on myself a long time ago. I just kept you around for the sake of it, which I thought was great. Yeah, we might get that for GTA 6. You're right about that. You're right about that, Bama. We'll probably get that first, but no. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
And finally, we got VR Troopers number 4. This is written by Margaret Scott. I don't know why I can read that as Margaret, but I can. Margaret Scott, colors by J.P. Jordan, illustrated by Sebastian Perez, and colors by Taylor Esposito. Ryan talks to his mom, and we kind of get the whole backstory on what happened to Ryan, Ryan's mom, Ryan's dad, and that doctor that went with them in the grand scheme of things. That's all this is. This is like lore dump the issue.
Yeah.
This is Ryan and JP are trying to figure out what to do with Ryan's mom, and Ryan's mom's like, all right, here's the lowdown. I'll work with you guys, but I am not working with the Eltarans.
Yeah. And yeah, this actually, Bama is a Boom Comics that they came out with. I forgot, since it's 4 issues long. It hasn't been that long since they started, but yeah, highly would recommend.
Spin off from Power Rangers Prime.
Yeah, so highly would recommend that if you haven't read this, that you really should. It's actually pretty good so far. But yeah, to Joe's credit, this is more of a backstory between what happened with Ryan's parents and Professor Herbert's
something or other. I don't remember.
Yeah, Professor Herbert's something, which is bad that we should know that because we watched this and the show. But yeah, like Joe said, this is just pretty much a backtrack into how everything wound up to where it is now. Ryan having mommy issues, understandably, and then JB is not helping by just throwing shade. But it's like I said, informative backstory issue. So hopefully the next issue will lead to them rescuing their compadre. But highly still recommend reading it if you want to know the backstory.
And that's all comics.
All right. Well, thank you, sir, for that. What do you say? Another genre that did not get a lot of shine, Metal Heroes. Yeah, to a certain extent it didn't. But with that being said, guys, like I said, kind of a light one this week. We didn't really have a lot, but hey, we still want to give you all the news that you can use, and of course, video games, things of that nature. So before we do wrap this up, shameless promotions, and I usually start, I know, with Tafari, who again, if he's at Sonic Expo right now. So if you are at the Sonic Expo in Dallas, Texas right now, say hi to Tafari. He would love to talk to you, of course, especially about Sonic and things of that nature. But definitely check out Tafari at Tafari TV, because Tafari TV can be found on IG, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, on IG. Definitely like, share, and follow him, because trust me, the man will definitely have a lot to say, if not already uploading. But also another man who is just about as busy. Joe, you want to let people know what you're doing and where you'll be and where they can find you?
I think tomorrow I'll be at Music City Multicon with friends. Other than that, I'll be at Middle Tennessee Gaming as usual. Next week is our Avatar pre-release. Please come and enjoy that. Hopefully the weather didn't hinder us too badly, because that was a nasty storm. Thor was pissed. I have never seen that much lightning so often, so fast.
I know we got a crap load of rain on our end, but go ahead.
No, we had a crap ton of rain, but not before. We had like a legit shit ton of lightning over on this side.
Damn.
Other than that, I'm just at work. I'm streaming. We are on like episode 21 in Digimon Time Stranger.
Nice.
I finally got megas. So that means like the real big stuff is happening if I can get to Mega Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I'm just streaming. I'm just playing some stuff. I'm just playing the 4 games I'm playing right now: Bounty Star, Dispatch, Time Stranger, and now Arc Raiders. But I'm waiting for Monster Hunter to come out with Title Update 4.
All right.
I haven't even done the stuff for the Fall Festival. I think I've already missed that. But oh well, it happens. Life be life, and other than that, I'm at work.
You are not kidding about the life be life in part. You are not kidding.
I'm at work, or I'm at the gym, slowly losing more weight. Slowly.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, dude. Like I said, you and I are both on our weight loss journey, so I am definitely not knocking you on that. Well, before I do get to myself, again, shameless plugging that we usually do. Shout out to APR TV, if it would show, because again, apparently I did not turn on my monitor. So let's try it again. Shout out to APR TV. Why? Because the Give It podcast can be seen on APR TV. You can definitely check them out on the Roku channel app or Amazon Fire TV app. Again, at APR TV, along with other shows that are shown though as well. Definitely check it out. You will not be disappointed. Also, BlurStation.com. You've heard me talk about BlurStation.com for almost going on 2 years now. It is a streaming site with content for us, by us to enjoy. $10.99 a month to stream BlurStation. BlurStation can be streamed on all smart devices. At the same time, guys, please go to BlurStation.com, hit the join now button, and be able to enjoy all the much-loved content, especially with the introduction of Blood Dealers. If you don't know what Blood Dealers is, please go to BlurStation.com, click on that on the live stream. You'll know exactly what that is, and trust me, you will want to watch it. If you ever thought powers and sinners and vampires can make a good drama, that's definitely it. But definitely check out BlurStation.com. Always, guys, again, please check us out, the Give It Podcast on YouTube. Literally type in the GB Podcast, and we will be the first thing that pops up. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button for any time that we do go live, whether it's a show, or whether it's a review, or just us streaming. Definitely be informed, guys. Again, we cannot do any of this, guys, without your support, so we certainly appreciate it. So, again, check out the Give It Podcast on YouTube, on Facebook, on IG, and on TikTok. You will also not be disappointed. Also, my other political show, guys, How the Frack We Got Here. Again, if you want to be informed, if you want to know what's going on in the world, that's what I try to do on that end. Please type in How the Frack We Got Here podcast. Again, like, share, and subscribe there, as live updates happen there every Wednesday. And trust me, you will not be disappointed, because we definitely do go in. Outside of that, guys, you can catch me, Black_Spartan615 on the socials. Again, I talk to almost everybody. Just don't make it weird. I don't want to get in the whole thing of blocking people. Also, protect your peace, guys. Please don't doom scroll. Don't, with everything going on in the world, we hope that we took this hour and a half plus to, distract you, make you laugh, and get you away from the world. But aside from that, guys, don't doom scroll. Protect your peace. Find your strengths. Check on your friends. Go do something fun. Make somebody happy. Especially with everything going on in the world. Just, again, let's try to find the smiles and positivities that we can do, so we can actually bring peace to everybody. That's my whole thing. The rules still apply, guys, because like Joe said, especially if you're in the Middle Tennessee area, Music City Multicon is happening. Joe says he's going to be there. I hope that me and my sons will be there tomorrow. If you do see me there, feel free to say hi. I say hi back. I don't bite people. I got my shots. But hopefully I will be there along with Joe and others at UC Multicon. So if you can come out, please do. It's always a fun time. They have an amazing arcade selection. At the same time, please visit the booths there, the vendor and artist alley. Like we said before, support the indies, support the individual comic book writers, artists, things of that nature. Since con's still going around, the rules still do apply, guys. Respect the cosplayer at all times. Cosplayers not consent. Please treat people like human beings. It's not that freaking hard. Number 2, hygiene is effing important. Soap and deodorant are cheap, except native deodorant, but native deodorant doesn't work. Please do not get that. Again, wash your ass, wash your hair, clean clothes, especially going to cons, especially we're about to go into flu season because the weather is changing. So, guys, hygiene above all else is important. Keep yourselves clean. We'll keep everybody else fine. And as Bama would say right now, Dr. Squatch is your friend. The last rule that I have for myself, guys, I have for everybody else, in this world that we're living in right now, be nice, be kind, talk, share, and discuss your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool. Outside of that, guys, it is the weekend. I know people want to, let off, get some steam off. It's been a long week. Guys, all we're saying here is please be smart, make smart decisions. Nobody wants to be in the jail over the weekend. Honestly, if it's not worth it, go home. That's all we're saying. Be smart about it. That being said, we will be back here, guys. Same Get Bit time, same Get Bit channel next week with all the news and reviews and trailers that may come out. With that, of course, any other news, because you will get another Get Bit podcast where GTA 6 comes out. That's going to be a running joke for the longest time. But before we call it night, sir, Joe, any last words?
Don't support John Walker.
John Walker will never be supported on this show. Neither will Tattoo Teenage Alien Fires from Beverly Hills will never be recognized in an actual show. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of rules we have on this podcast. With that being said, guys, I've been Spartan. He's been Joe. This has been the Get Bit podcast for tonight, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and I promise we'll get through this. Live long and prosper. We are out. Peace.